Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 72 of Cross Atlantic Gaming. I'm your host, Moose, and joining me this week is my co-host, Chocolate Bear.
Hiya.
And joining us also this week in a rotating community guest host chair is Kaboski.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, Kaba. How you doing, man?
Good. Thanks for having me again. It's been a while.
Yeah, not a problem. Good having you back. How's
Welcome
everybody's
back.
week been?
Good. Just normal week here, work week here, and gaming.
Perfect. Well, before we get into what games we've been playing this week, let's take care of a little bit of housekeeping here. So, Chocolate's got a Patreon post up live for everybody to read, and I should have something up later on this week. So, all you patrons should have early access, and then everybody else will have access towards the end of the week. Shout out to Scottman for winning the step challenge once again. I don't know the exact numbers, but I'm sure he did about 500,000 steps.
Well, he only won by, I think it was just over 8,000. Super Catrix was hot on his heels, and I think 2 days before the challenge was meant to end, I thought she had it in the bag, but somehow he made sure he sunk his Fitbit and won.
He probably
Say la
strapped
vie.
it to his dog and took him around the block on a motorcycle ride or something.
Did you
Oh,
say he
definitely.
won by 8,000 steps?
Yeah,
About
that seems
8,000
like a
steps.
pretty wide margin.
Yeah, it's like
No,
That's like a day's worth of step, isn't it?
Oh, no,
Half a day?
that's a small amount of steps for how much Scotland tracks in. I can't think the exact. I think it was 150,000 and some others, but yeah, like I said, it was 8,000 steps he won by for the month.
Well, that's usually about a day's worth of steps for myself. So let's move on. We also have a Discord winner this week. So let's throw all the names in a hat and give me a drum roll, please.
It was the active Discord user.
Oh, son of a gun. All right, that's Blade. He was the most active Discord user.
Well done, Blade.
Surprised not one of the FIFA guys won that.
I think, yeah, well, there's been some spamming going on, but that's okay. Blade's popped up in the FIFA chat, believe it or not. So
Oh, really? I don't really
Yeah.
venture out there because it's obviously stuff that I don't. I mean, I played soccer my whole life, but as in for FIFA players, nah, I have no clue.
should check out the pro clubs. It's not too bad.
Not too shabby. We've been doing well in the pro clubs.
And next, we have our Patreon drawing. This is what I need a drum roll for. Anybody?
Hold on a second.
And the winner is Viva Le Sweeney. Congrats, Sweeney. Get a hold of the bear, and he will get you your prize.
Good job, Sweeney.
Congrats.
Say thank you to Sweeney and all of our other patrons. Without you guys, we definitely would not have this podcast. So thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
All right, let's get into games we've been playing this week. Uh-oh. Bear's been playing a mobile game. Tell me about Call of Duty Mobile, Chocolate.
Yeah, I don't know why I did it. I think it was just off the back of Risky mention about COD Mobile coming out, so I downloaded it. I've joined the CAG
Clan.
yeah, so I'm there. And for a mobile game, it's going to sound so weird. It feels like Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's not terrible either, is it?
It's not bad. The issue I have with it is trying to turn 180 or 360. So I'm getting shot in the back a lot.
Are you still playing with bots, Bear?
No, I'm I think I'm level 13 on the battle
Oh,
pass.
wow. You were definitely
16?
not. Okay, so
No.
are you playing Blackout, or are you just playing the
No, just the team deathmatch.
Okay.
I thought Blackout would be far too stressful on a mobile.
What phone do you have?
I have the best phone in the world. It's an
He's
iPhone.
a fruit phone guy.
Did you do iOS 13 yet?
Yes, funny enough, I just updated that last night.
Nice.
And that-
I know that allows controller support, so I was just wondering if you tried a controller on there, if it's possible.
I haven't really gone down deep enough in the settings to see if you can add controller support. But I think it's too much effort for me. Every now and then, daughter's down, I'll quickly whip it out, have a couple of games, and then I'm done. It's good for pick up and play, and saves me going upstairs getting
Yeah.
Switch.
The touchscreen controls aren't terrible on it either, so
No,
Okay.
I think they're really, really good. They're really intuitive, and I've got the iPhone, I think the XR, so the screen's slightly bigger, so it
Okay.
gives me that kind of. It's as if you're holding a controller, and all you have
Right.
to do is get the crosshair on the
Yeah,
target.
it's an auto shooter. So as soon as you
Yeah.
cross the target, it starts shooting the gun.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you have to, if you want, you can zoom in by pressing
You hit a
one of
little
the
reticle button on the
Yeah.
right hand side.
exactly, and then that zooms in but slows you down, so you can't go pacing through or wading through doors and rooms and
Right.
mow everyone down. But yeah, it's good. You can tell it's a mobile game. You can tell that they are pushing you to spend that $80 on God knows what crap that you don't need.
Right.
$80?
Yeah, they have a
Yeah.
battle pass in there too that they push super hard, and then they have like super rare crates of weapon skins, and yeah, like you have to X out of like 4 or 5 different advertisements for the game before you can actually get into a menu to
Yeah.
play.
That's like one of the, because I've tried for a while. I would download like a bunch of mobile games just to be like, oh, like I started like really getting into like those grindy like summon the 1 to 5 star things, and then I found one, and then it's just like you said, 4 or 5 ads would keep on advertising their
Right.
microtrans. I was like, that's just a no anymore. I get it, you have options, like you can buy stuff, but don't like throw it in your face all the time.
They're like, this is the best value. Did I mention the best value? Hang on before you leave. This is our best value.
Hey, I
And you-
see you're changing the volume. How about a microtransaction?
Yeah.
And then it goes, you haven't gone for our best value. Do you want the battle pass? Are you
Right.
sure?
God's sake.
So Chocolate, you haven't tried the blackout mode at all?
No, I was tempted before we started the recording, and I just thought I can't.
I happened to be on there the other day in the afternoon and got an invite from the one and only Risky and jumped into a party with him and Dan, and we did work and rep the squad, and we got a first place on Call of Duty Mobile Blackout. So I don't think there's a reason to play it anymore now.
No, so how does because I turned the sound off so I can't hear whatever is going on in the background. So how
Right.
does that work? Because you've got the sound coming in as well, obviously.
Yeah, and then
as well
also
as
it uses
party
like the
chat.
it uses the microphone from your phone, or you could obviously plug in headphones with a microphone attached, and you can hear the person talking. So me and Dan both had our chat or our comms on, so we could talk to each other, but it picks up all the background noise and everything as well. So it's not, it's not the best audio quality, but it definitely works.
I'm curious. How does it look on the phone? Like you
It looks
said,
good, dude. Like
Yeah.
it looks probably, I don't know, it's definitely not 4K or anything like that, but I'd say you could pass it as a 360 game for sure.
I'm just
You
curious
can-
if. Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry, go on, go away.
I was gonna say because of that, it's just like I'm wondering if down the road, and maybe when
Right.
they'll finally be like, hey, you can actually now buy full games, if like Apple Store or Google Play
Right.
now allows the next Call of Duty. I want to say maybe 2 Call of Duties from now, since controller support's now a thing, gonna be a thing. So I'm wondering
Well,
if
with
we'll be seeing that.
xCloud and all
Yeah.
that stuff coming out, I wonder what that's going to do with all these new online game subscription stores for your phone. Because essentially, I'm going to be using my phone as a portal to my Xbox.
I need to
Yeah, it's
upgrade
gonna
my internet first.
Check
I'm
that
sure a load of
box.
people are going to upgrade their phone shortly, aren't they? Be
Right.
getting the new super duper phone they can get to get that better graphics.
Right. So, check out Call of Duty Mobile. We do have a clan. It's capital C, capital A, capital G. I think you have to scroll about halfway down once you do a smart search, and it's there. So, Risky will be, I think, the leader. So, just look for his name.
And it's Risky with 2 E's for some reason, kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who knows?
Someone
I
probably
think he
beat him
stole-
to it.
Well, I think he stole my E from my chocolate there, 80.
Sometimes, you just can't get into the game quick enough. You make some errors typing.
Yes.
Been
whoops.
guilty.
Fat thumbs.
So, all right, let's move on. Cabo, checking out a little Shadow Keep. So, how's that going?
Good. So the latest, for anyone who doesn't know, the latest expansion for Destiny 2 just dropped earlier this week, which is Shadowkeep. And you're basically, if you play Destiny 1, you're back on the moon.
Right. They basically just recycled everything, didn't they?
It really feels like, I guess it kind of feels like
Well,
that too.
They did put some like spoilers, but they did put some shrubbery on some Vex that I saw. But
Yeah.
other than that, there's not much difference, right?
Yeah, there really isn't. I mean, me saying that, having played Destiny 1, and then it just, I guess my issue with, like, nothing recycled is there's no new enemies. There's,
Right.
like, one thing I noticed when I was playing it was public events. They're the same exact public events you played in the other planets. So,
Yeah.
if you've
They
done
just-
them over there, you know
Wow.
how to do them here.
But is it fun? That's the important thing.
Oh, yeah. It's a
And
lot of
there's a
fun.
new story to follow along with. And there's something about a garden, right? So there's a new raid
Something.
activity.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet, but I guess you go. There's a like a co-op event, like a 6-player PVE event, which you go into that garden. And
Okay.
you just do like 3 types of waves of like destroying Vex.
Okay. Is
It's
it kind of
pretty
like a
cool.
horde mode type deal?
No, it's crap, Vex Assault or Vex
Oh, okay.
Infiltrate. You just basically go in, you take down all the Vex, and you kind of destroy like the bosses there, and then you go into the next area, do it again, and so forth, like 3 times, and then the big main boss comes out, and then the same process you kind of had to do the first 2 times, you kind of do the same with the big main boss.
Okay.
Like once you do it once, you kind of know how to do it.
And it's suggested that you level up just a little bit before you start that campaign, right? Because I tried to jump right
Yeah.
into it with my 750 light level, and I was getting worked.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I think I jumped in right at 750. I kind of just left it as that C, and you do get that icon next to their health bar where
Right. They're too
it's kinda
powerful for
saying-
you.
Yeah, they're getting a little
Right.
strong, but it
Yeah,
wasn't. It
and-
was somewhat doable. Yeah.
Well, I'm also terrible at games, so I'm still trying to find. All my guns are in my my vault or whatever, but I don't remember what's good and what's not, and what I need to shred. And I'm just thinking about starting over at this point.
Going from like the very beginning base game.
No,
Or,
just starting
Okay.
over with weapons because I don't.
Oh,
All the
okay.
stuff sitting in my vault means nothing to me at this point. So instead of looking everything up, I might as well just wipe it and get some energy shards or whatever you get for them.
yeah, you can, and you can even like recraft them again. A lot of weapons you can actually bring back. I found out like the exotics. I got rid of some of the exotics down the road, but if you go into your collections and under the exotics tab, you can actually bring back those exotics.
You just have to find the materials to craft them.
Yeah, and you 99.9% sure you have it already. It's gunsmith material, whatever it is, glimmer, and I think one of those those like purple shard things.
Yeah, I don't
That's it.
understand any of the crafting systems or the upgrade systems, so I just push buttons until it says I
Shoot.
can't anymore.
Shoot first, ask later kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much. But now, they made it so in depth, kind of like I guess how the first game was, so that you kind of need to know what you're doing, and I need to watch another build video. My favorite thing to do.
I guess they're really pushing that like MMO kind of
Right.
feeling back into it with the gear set because they're
And-
calling
and
it Armor
everything's-
2.0.
And everything's transmog now, right? So it doesn't really matter what the gear is. You can put whatever looks you want aesthetically, and then add perks and upgrades and stuff to the armor to make it what you want it to be.
Yeah, I think. I know you can do. I know you obviously can mod it, but what do you mean like the looks? Like you can, if you liked one look on
Right.
another armor, but you could still wear something else.
Exactly. So you could just use that. So that is like your all-time look, no matter what armor you have equipped. That's
Oh, I
basically
did
what
not know that.
transmog is.
Okay. Did not
Yeah,
know
you-
that at all.
You guys lost me at the beginning of the whole of this Destiny talk.
Right. And the only reason I know that is because I joined the Battle Pass in Dauntless, and they gave you some transmog cosmetics that you could wear over your,
Okay.
So I had a ninja suit instead of whatever armor was being used then. So
Yeah, a few games are like that. Actually, the next 2 games on my list have that kind of system
same
where
kind of thing.
yeah, you could pick it, and then no matter what gear you have, it doesn't show. It's still whatever that costume is, but the stats are all there from the gear that you put on.
Well, I like your foreshadowing, but before
Yeah.
we jump the gun here, I want to make an announcement to everybody that I am finished and I saw all the endings of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So Actually, not the
Yeah.
DLC. I still have the DLC to finish, but
Oh.
I saw the story ending, I saw the Murder Tree ending, and I saw the Future People ending. So check that off the box.
Is it
So
like?
is that?
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to say, is that done now, or are you doing the DLC?
Oh, I definitely can't miss the DLC. I heard Atlantis DLC is like maybe the best part of the game. So I will go back to that. I'm not sure when, but I'm definitely going to take a break at this point because I thought, just like in Origins, maybe a little spoilers here, but this is kind of more of a forewarning for you. When the murder tree's over, the story's not over. So you still have some objectives and some things to take care of before you finish the game.
I think I might have. I did the murder tree in Origins. I will just say that now.
But then it opens up those 4 other fights.
I'm trying to remember. It's been quite a while since I last played it. I think we were talking on here not that long.
Yeah.
I think over the winter time.
If I say anything else, I would be spoiling things, so I can talk to you about it
don't worry.
later.
Yeah, don't want to spoil it for anyone else. But I'm curious on what you're saying about after the 3 endings for Odyssey. I haven't started it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm in for a ride, but is it like once you're done, like you can go and get the other type of ending, or
No,
do you
they
have to
they
revert
happen
back?
they happen at 3 separate times in the game. So like I finished the quote unquote story a long time ago in the game, but the murder tree, there's still all these things that have to be taken care of, even though one of the people in the story is like one of the main people in the murder tree. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't
And then,
sure.
and once you finish
think-
the murder tree, it opens up another part of the story, and then it goes back to future times or present time when they're doing all the studies and trying to figure out, what was going on back then. Tapping into, what do they call it? I forget.
the Animus.
What, the Animus?
Yes, the Animus. And then that you get a story ending after you finish. There's basically 4 boss fights at the end of the game, and after you beat all those, you unlock some things, and it finishes the story for you.
What level did you end at?
65, I think.
Holy cow!
Yeah, I probably played it too long. I played it. I looked, and it was 101 hours that I have in the game now.
You got your money's worth.
So, oh yeah, definitely. I suggest anybody play this game, but don't try to play it in a week. Play this game in like I'm playing Witcher, at a year's pace or so. Because there's just so much in this game, and if you try to just burn through it, you'll burn yourself out and not actually enjoy the game and the story. And I think it's one of the best games I've ever played, to be honest with you.
See, I tried that with Assassin's Creed, not Odyssey, Origins, and I forgot how all the controls. So I tried to do, I think it was every month or every couple of months, slog in a good couple of hours playing. Went to my next play. I can't remember what came out. Went to go play it. Had no idea where I was, who I was, the control system. Lost the lot. So that's just sitting on my hard drive.
It's when you just go
Teasing me.
pick a fight with a couple locals and remember what the controls are.
Yeah, I think I was in the middle of the desert though, so I just
yeah.
lost. But
You can fast travel to any of those eagle points.
yeah, like I said, I lost. I've completely no idea how
Right.
to
Could
do
you just
anything.
Just
Fight the
erase it
locals?
there. Consider it finished.
Yeah, I might do.
Yeah, well, not in Origins you couldn't, but in Odyssey you could fight anybody you want and murder anybody you want. So you could just walk up behind a lady that's trying to just, sell bread for her family and put a knife through the back of her head.
Graphic.
I'm just saying, if you want to. I didn't say I did that, but
I know a guy.
I was a no-nonsense person as well because, anybody crossed me, I never gave them the chance to do it again. Anytime they gave me the option to murder them, I did it. It's like, let's go ahead and take care of this problem right now.
That's awesome. That actually kind of reminds me. I'm gonna go backtrack on some Assassin's Creed game in Revelations. So you can obviously pickpocket any of the NPC civilians walking around, and excuse me. But when they found out that their money was stolen, they actually would come to you and start wanting to fist fight you. Like no matter what person it was, it could be some old woman to a man to a woman, like whoever. They just wanted to fight you. I got to a point where I just went to a crowd and started like pickpocketing on all of them. And then it just ended up to a big circle around me trying to fight me.
Just like the bull in the ring.
Yeah, and it was like one of those games like if you hit the counter properly, you just punched them out and just knocked their lights out. So eventually, it just ended to a full body of just knocked out civilians.
That's hilarious, dude.
God, do you remember those counters in Assassin's Creed 1, 2, and 3? And you would just all it would be was this chink, chink every time you were battling someone if you countered it properly or
oh, like the parry.
No,
Yeah.
parried it
Yeah.
properly. Oh, that used to drive me up the wall.
Oh, they still have a parry, and you use it quite a bit. So
Yeah, God,
either parry or dodge. You gotta learn one of them.
dodge. Wasn't it duck, dive, dodge, and
Dip,
dodge again? Dip,
Yeah, dodge is
dodge,
in there
duck,
twice.
dip, dive, and dodge.
dodge. The five Ds.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Man,
So,
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
it's a good one. You should check it out again. But let's talk about games, because that's what we're here for. Bastion. That's a pretty good game, huh?
Do you know what? Yes, I was looking at my Switch and I was like, I haven't played you for so long, baby. Come to me. Let's play some games. Mm-hmm. And jumped on the eShop.
It was on sale, wasn't it?
It was on sale, so in English money it was £2.31, and it's still on sale.
Yeah, I think
This
it's like
week.
$3.
Yeah, it's ridiculously cheap.
It's definitely
And-
worth $3.
Yeah. So what I've played now, a couple of hours. I've upgraded my. I can't even think of your flying Sky City, Sky.
Yeah, they're just
Lines.
like floating island planets. I'm not
Yeah.
sure what they are either.
So I'm on the first one,
Uh-huh.
but I've upgraded 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I've got fourth, so I've only got one more to do on that floaty island.
like all your little vendors and upgrades
yeah.
and buffs and stuff. Gotcha.
Exactly. The game is unbelievable. It looks good. It plays nicely. Oh, at first, I was lost because the floor. You've got no. So you're essentially.
Right. You can fall
it's
off
a
pretty easy.
Yeah. So you're in a floating level.
It's just like
maze.
they're like cloudlands, and they appear before you as you run towards them.
As
right?
you're walking towards it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the ground, your pathway comes up as you're walking towards it. There's no buffers, so you can fall off the side. Some battles tiles drop as such, and you
Right.
could fall through them. The narrator is hilarious. So I was
Right.
fighting once. I think I walked into like a bush, and the narrator said, as I can't remember the name of the character, walks into the bush, he stung himself and jumped backwards. I was like, hang on a minute, that doesn't sound right.
Are you
So
using
then went-
headphones?
Yes.
Dude, that's the soundtrack and the narrator's voice both are just like, I don't know, almost like
Oh.
AMSR or whatever it is. It's like
Yeah,
soothing.
Oh, it's really nice. The narrator they've nailed right down because his tone is the same throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
Like I said, what if you do something daft? So I fell off the side, and I think he literally went, and our champion or our hero
Right.
falls off the side to his death.
Yeah,
You're
it's
like,
almost like
okay.
Morgan Freeman-esque and Shawshank. You know, he just
Yeah.
kind of narrates whatever's happening, and he's got
t-
this deep, sultry, just like soulful voice, and it.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. If you don't know what Bastion is, go take a look at it. I wrote down that, so it's on Wikipedia, it's down as an action role-playing game, and it's by Supergiant,
Right.
and
And
then
it's like
published
a-
by Warner Brothers.
It's like Diablo style, if you're thinking as far as the
Yeah.
game style.
Yeah,
what
Diablo
it looks
style,
like.
top down. Some of the fights you get swarmed, so again it gives it that kind of, I suppose, Diablo-esque
Yeah,
style.
and it's what it's a rogue light or rogue like, because when you die, you go back to
Oh,
your
no.
home planet, right?
No, I chose the child
Oh,
version.
okay.
So
Never
when
mind.
I die, I just press the plus button and I start exactly
Extra
where
life.
I died.
Let's continue. Well, unlimited
Exactly.
continues, huh?
Which I quite like. I like that mode.
Sure.
I don't need for the Switch. I don't need anything too heavy. I need something just to take
Yeah.
my time,
That's
away
what you
and
got
play.
the messenger for, right?
Exactly, and that I haven't played that bad boy for a long time.
That bad boy's got some DLC that's impossible out right now.
Yeah, well, I'll break that Switch in half. Yeah, I suggest for the amount of money it was, buy it, YouTube it, look at it, play it.
Yeah.
The game is beautiful. It is so good, and it looks good on the Switch.
And I want to say full price, it's like $7 to $10. So even if
it's
you
not
miss it on
expensive.
sale, it's a game that you should definitely grab.
Definitely. So really enjoying it. Can't wait to finish it either. So really, really looking forward to playing some more time into that game. Yeah.
Nice.
Supposedly it's got endless
Replayability.
replayability.
Yeah,
I
'cause
can't
it's all
see it
procedurally
yet.
generated, right? So the levels
So
can
I read.
be replayed because they're
Yeah,
never
so
the
I've
same.
read. But obviously I haven't gone through a second playthrough. I haven't done my first playthrough yet.
Well, good luck to you, Bear. I'll look
Thank
forward to hearing your progress on that one.
I will let you know. Trust me. Trust me. It's on the Xbox One as well, so it
It
will
is.
look even better.
Yeah, it does. It's got. I think it actually has like a 4K or an HDR upgrade on it, so it looks
Really?
really
Yeah.
nice.
Wouldn't surprise me.
So
Yeah.
Cabo's playing a new game out, a little Dragon Quest 11. How's that game going?
I like it. I like it a lot. It's
It's story driven, right?
yeah, it's pretty story driven. As the game's fairly easy, in my opinion. If
It's
you
for
play
kids, is it not?
I wouldn't say that.
No?
I would say more like teenagers.
Okay.
Like kind of, because it probably could be still a little challenging at times. But like when if you played, like the turn-based RPGs or anything like that, and you kind of know like the grinding aspect of it for a little
Right.
bit, it's then next you know you're just plowing through like every enemy that's there, and then the boss is just as easy.
Those are the kind of RPGs I like to play. OP
Yeah, they're-
the whole time. I'm good with that.
It's you definitely feel like that. I don't remember if I set the difficulty to easy, normal, whatever. I don't even think there was a selection for it. It's because I started off from the demo. Excuse me.
Right.
and
You
from
got
that-
10 hours you got? Did you use all 10 hours before you bought it?
Oh, I already had it bought, but no, I didn't use the 10 hours that it had. Maybe like 2, 3.
That's not best value, Cobb. Gotta keep your money in your pocket if you want it to work for you.
I know. I already
Yeah,
knew
whatever.
I wanted to
Games
get.
do.
Yeah. I already knew I was gonna buy it, so when I had it pre-ordered, I just knew I had money well spent, kind of thing.
Right.
And
I still have to play that. I'm actually still. I think I got off the first island in Dragon Quest Builders 2. So slowly but
you're
surely.
further than me.
But they did just put all the first 3 Dragon Quest Builders on the eShop, did they not?
Not the builders, but the original.
Or
Dragon
not the
Quest
Builders.
games.
I apologize. That's right. The first 3 Dragon Quest games that are
Yes.
the 16-bit or 8-bit. What are they?
Yeah, they're very
Super
like.
Nintendo games,
I'm gonna say yeah.
or maybe DS. Maybe I don't know.
I'm gonna say Super Nintendo. I don't think NES was when they first started, but I think Super Nintendo was when Dragon Quest 1 started.
Did you play these?
No.
All right.
11. This is the first Dragon Quest I've played
'Cause
because
I think you can buy them all for like less than $20.
yeah, I think one's like 7, one's 5, and one's
Right.
like 4.
Yeah, exactly.
They're very cheap.
So
and-
is that something you think you might spend some time on, or it's just a too many games problem?
Maybe down the road later on, but yeah,
Sure.
too many games. I don't know what I'm gonna play after Dragon Quest 11. So
Well, right now is the time of options, so I don't
Yeah.
think you'll have any problems making choices.
yeah, I have enough on my plate. Like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. What else? I might just start up Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Might as well.
But then
dude.
I got Pokemon pre-ordered.
I'd
So
say
I'll begin.
just like even the ending of the game is worth the whole trip to it. It was so much fun.
I forget why I didn't even. Oh, maybe because I never even beat Origins when Odyssey came out. Like
Oh, yeah.
I was still playing Origins at the time.
Yeah, I made it
And-
a personal goal to beat Origins and God of War before Spider-Man came out, and I think I stayed up for like 36 hours straight or something doing it. So
God's sake.
it was stupid. Well, I had my daily dad duties and all that stuff, so I just didn't sleep for a while.
Whew. Yeah, God of War. I can't wait to play. I got to play that game again. That's a fantastic game.
Yeah,
But-
I've got some stuff in the news that you might be excited to hear then.
Yeah,
So, it's coming up. Stay tuned.
yeah.
But
Foreshadowing again.
well, I got you here. Let's talk about it a little. ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. What you been doing there?
I got back into it again. Well, occasionally I listen to Elder Scrolls podcasts, and a lot of times it's just hearing them talk about the game. It kind of gives you like that, like, oh crap, I want to play it again. It's kind of giving me like that feeling of like maybe 2 years ago when I got really sucked into it. So when I would listen, I'm like, I gotta get back. I gotta try it again, because there's times I did turn it on. I do like a quest, and I'm like, I'm not feeling it. But the most recent time I was feeling it. I was really enjoying my time playing the game. And
So what's your main in ESO?
I have a crap. I'm gonna be
Don't
really
screw this up.
To be technical, it is a Bosmer Nightblade, Stamina Nightblade. So it's a dual wielding wood elf that most of the abilities are stamina based, and a lot of my stuff regenerates my health as I hit attacks.
Oh, nice. So you never need health, basically. You're always healing yourself, killing people.
Yeah, eventually. But then, a lot of times you just find, I played Friday night, I believe. It was a late Friday night. And you go into, a public dungeon where other people can join you, and just whenever they freely feel like, and there's bosses, and there's, a bunch of people. It's like a strike in Destiny, but it's just open to anyone to do. Trying to find somebody to relate on it, but the bosses can be a little pain in the ass. So, the very last boss in that public dungeon was just whooping my tail. And from that, it's just even with the healing myself, it doesn't do much.
Gotcha. So, in theory, it's a good idea, but it doesn't heal you as much as you might need it to.
Yeah, there's times like if you're playing just fighting against just regular just chumps, and maybe you're fighting 2 or 3, and they're a little bit stronger. That self heal is fine, but in big boss fights and all that stuff, you better have a healer with you.
Yeah, I never got into ESO, but you are maybe inspiring me to get back to Skyrim and finish my dragon shouts. So
that's one I've been wanting to play again, because I have that on the Switch. And
you do have it on the Switch?
Yeah,
Runs
I think that's the
well.
best platform.
So are you going to be picking up Witcher next week too?
I don't think so. I had it on the Xbox, and I got to the Red Baron and stopped.
Again.
Yeah, that's probably the third time I've got to the Red Baron.
Everybody's played the first 3 hours of that game so many times. They're just you again.
Yeah, I know.
What do you do with the botchling this time?
Every time I always do the same thing. I
do
just
the right
bury
thing,
it.
right? Exactly.
Yeah, make it, bury it, and give it a name and bury it.
That's right. Do the right thing. So yeah, let's see. We got a chocolate back to talk to us about his legendary status.
I'm back. I was my mic dropped out for some reason, so I had to come back in. Anyway, so let's get back to Apex Season 3.
Yes, sir.
I have played 5 games.
5 matches?
5 matches, yeah. I was playing just before we started recording.
Mm-hmm.
Got top 4.
Oh, attaboy.
Attaboy, yeah, and got almost, I think, the highest damage in the team. It was a close one. But I put that I've been playing Apex because I wanted to put, obviously, season 3's out. We've left Kings Canyon and we've gone on to the World's Edge, so it's like a fire and ice theme.
Right.
This new map, so it's completely changed. There's a lot more verticality in this game now.
Do you agree with Ronan that this map is going to separate the men from the boys?
Definitely, because I played my first game. I jumped in. I got mauled. I think I was the first one out, and my team revived me 3 times. And I think near the end they just gave up and couldn't carry on. I was almost carried to victory on my first game. So yeah,
they said nah, bruh.
Yeah, and then they were like, "You're having a laugh. This pea-brain can't even keep himself alive and/or help us." The game's great. The map looks great.
Did you unlock the new character, or is he still hidden behind?
No, I haven't. I haven't unlocked the new character. So Crypto is the new character. Supposedly he was teased in season 1, I believe.
Oh wow.
And
But I guess
then-
he's more of a support,
So, yeah.
cerebral type, slow character. And not many people like to do that in Apex, right?
Well, you say that, but everyone always seems to jump on. It seems like whenever a new character's brought in, that's
Right.
the meta, so everyone jumps on. So he's very much like Bloodhound
Okay.
as such. However, he's got his own quirk. So his one of his specials is a drone, so he can launch up a drone. I think we mentioned this last
And it's
week.
kind of like a sensor dart, right? It shows you if there's enemies close to you.
Well,
Or is that
no,
how it works? No.
no. So it is literally a drone. So you go
okay.
up, you can spot the map, you can spot people. So you can still. I was going to say tag people. It's not
Right.
tag people.
Oh, so
ping
you're
people.
flying around in the drone.
You're flying around, yeah.
I
So
gotcha.
he's only got like an area that it can only go so far. It
It's kind
can't
of like
do the whole map.
Wildlands, the way you use that
Yeah,
drone. Okay.
exactly. Also, that drone has like an EMP shock to it, so then that wipes out the drone, obviously, but it shocks the person that the EMP goes off at.
So it neutralizes their shield and whatever other
Yeah,
electric
and-
things they have.
Yeah, and I think they're stuck and they don't move
Gotcha.
for a second or two. So he looks good. It seems like everybody's always using him, as I said. And also they've brought out a new charge rifle as well. So they've got a new gun in the game as well. I think it's a little bit like the... they dropped it in Season 2, didn't they? That sniper rifle, which the name of the sniper rifle has completely gone out of my head.
Not familiar. Sorry
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I can't think... Say that again, Cobbo?
I said I have no idea either.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, so that's it. That brilliant improvements. It feels good. I haven't bought the battle pass yet because I don't think I'm going to be putting as much time into Apex as I have in Season 1 and 2.
Have you been buying cosmetics with your currency? You might have enough to...
So I'm hoarding for some reason. I'm a hoarder with this currency.
Or
I
just
I
pay for
don't
your
know
battle
why.
pass that way. It's like 900 coins or something like that.
Yeah, but I'm also thinking I could unlock. I could obviously unlock crypto, which I want to.
Right.
And
Well,
I
no,
could unlock.
that's different currency.
No, you can use your Apex coins as well. You can use
Oh,
both.
okay. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a toss-up of unlocking a couple of characters, or obviously going with my battle pass with my Apex coins. But like I said, I don't know whether I'm going to be,
Right.
going to be playing it much. I mean, we've got, what have we got? We've got a little bit of a slow week this week, and then it ramps up again with another couple of games.
And what every season is like 10 weeks long or something like that?
So yeah, something like. I think this season, I think it's either running on till.
The new year?
Yeah, December or the new year, so it's kind of that cusp.
Okay.
And like I said, with the amount of games coming out,
Right.
it will be very tough to kind of split my time evenly. You know, I've still got to finish off Gears, got to progress in Borderlands, need to play Star Wars, COD's coming out. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, good luck to you, Bear.
Thank you. Maybe we'll squad up and.
You know I like games with friends. That's what I'm all about.
That's what it's all about.
So, anybody else got anything to talk about else as far as games this week?
It's just small odds and ends games that I probably play like one day out of the week.
What's
like
that?
Hearthstone.
Okay. Is that
Fun.
mobile or is that on the Xbox?
It can be both.
Okay.
No,
And
it's
is it
Hearthstone
cross
is-
progression?
Yeah,
so
it's
your account
tied to your
crosses
Blizzard
over
account.
wherever you are. That's cool.
Yeah, but it's not on console. It's on either your PC, Mac, or your like iPhone and tablet, all that stuff.
Right. And Hearthstone is the game they created to be similar to Gwent, which is the game inside The Witcher. Is that right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fairly similar. It's just their card game style. I'd say more kind of any like relation would be more on the Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
But I mean that's apples and oranges, but there's a little bit of like similarities to it.
Yeah, I've tried card games, and there's a whole lot of reading involved just to get started. So I don't know if I need to watch a video or if they have like an active tutorial, but
Who knows?
Yeah,
It's the only game.
Yeah. Draw 4.
oh, that's easy. Yeah, I'm playing Uno any day, cops.
Yeah, we'll get on the Switch and we'll just have a CAG Uno night.
Dude, it would be epic.
How pissed some of us would get if we're just getting like draw twos and skips.
Right. So is Hearthstone a game that you can play against other people?
Yeah.
Like you can choose, or is it always random who you play against?
I would say 80% of the game is against people. They started throwing like these little campaigns that you can do.
Story
But
quest deals.
yeah, they do like in chapters, but they always give you the first chapter for free. So you can do that, and then the rest you have to buy, which...
Sure.
Yeah, it was
Just give
like
you a
$20,
taste.
I think.
It's
Yeah.
all what all the good dealers do.
Yeah, you're like, hey, I bet you enjoy this. You want to buy the rest of this? $20.
All right, so that concludes games this week. Go
I
ahead,
forgot to
Ben.
mention, I've got my EXO 19 tickets.
Whoop, whoop.
Yes!
You got friends to go with you, or are you going solo?
Super Catrix, Chester, and I believe
Scotland
True
going
Scott.
Or-
True
There
Scott.
we go, True Scott.
Yeah, should be heading down on the Saturday, but I will be there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Well, you
So
better
my
get
wife-
you some CAG gear so you can rep.
Oh, I'm going to be repping the merch. I'll be trying to get myself on Inside Xbox.
Get you
as
some
well.
of those free business cards printed up with our podcast information on it and just hand it to people.
I'll just be throwing it on stage. I'll just be raining tickets.
Just yell out Phil's name and start throwing business cards at him.
Yeah, definitely.
Farrell!
Take us, Val! Take us!
I
So
love you,
you
Phil!
may not be needing that Friday or Saturday ticket, is what you're saying.
Yeah, potentially I may be excluded from the from
Sir?
the venue.
I'm sorry, you've been banned from the facility.
But I bought these tickets.
That's okay, sir. Please leave. Move
Oh
along.
well,
Move along.
I'm sure it'll be a wonderful trip, and you'll have all sorts
Yeah.
of stories to share when you get back. So I can't wait to hear.
Yeah, be good times.
Just so you guys remember, we are playing Game Pass Roulette, and the game is Jump Force this week. That was a terrible choice on my part, but we're going to go ahead and finish it out.
You might be finishing it out. I'm not.
Yeah, by finishing it out, we're going to give people another week to play it. So, get on Jump Pass. It's fun. All right, let's start out with the news. We got a bunch of quick hits, and let's see if we can get through this quickly and painlessly.
Let's get that music in. Do 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 do.
Thank you, Mayor. All right. PlayStation Now drops its price to $9.99 a month or $8.99 in pounds for all you
Oh, good
British
man.
folks out there. So it's a Game Pass-like service. First, they wanted to do it a streaming service like Netflix, but I think you're allowed to download the games now. And so the price is cut in half. They also have added a few PlayStation AAA titles such as God of War, Infamous Second Son, Uncharted 4, and they threw GTA 5 up there as well. They claim they'll be in there till at least January, and also more marquee titles will come. So if you are into playing PlayStation exclusive, this might be a good opportunity to spend $10 and just hammer that PlayStation for a month, because those are some good games to play. What do you guys
It's
think?
not bad.
Yeah.
Not a bad price.
And Last of Us is on PS Plus for this month too, so
Right.
that's another good exclusive to get.
Right, Last of Us and MLB The Show 19.
Yes.
So we got quite a bit of PlayStation news this week. It kind of feels like a PlayStation podcast, so I'm going to apologize for that. But, that's what happened this week. Sony also announced that there's crossplay available for all developers to use in their games now. It used to be in a beta, which they quietly told in a Wired magazine interview that the beta is over and now it's available for everybody. So crossplay is fully functioning and available for developer implementation. So I guess they are ready to finally play ball and be a team player.
Yeah, I reckon they're using that as they'll pass it on to the developer, but if a developer comes in and says, oh, we want to cross-play with X or Y, I wonder if Sony will strong-arm them into not being so nice.
Right.
My cynical view.
Or they'll pull some garbage like they did with Call of Duty and have some exclusive mode that You know, a nanny boo boo type deal, basically.
But I mean,
And you know, Phil's too nice of a guy. He doesn't want to divide the player base, so he doesn't want to have anything exclusive to Xbox, and would rather have his games on every console, and you know, have it in the fingertips of as most people as possible. So you know, it's just a tale of two gaming companies, I suppose.
different ethos.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, got one more tidbit of Sony information. The chairman, Sean Layden, resigned last week. Came sudden and abruptly, and basically it came as a tweet from Sony that said, "It is with great emotion that we announce that Worldwide Studios chairman Sean Layden will be departing SIE. His visionary leadership will be greatly missed. We wish him success in the future endeavors and are deeply grateful for his years of service. Thanks for everything, Sean." And Sean has basically been dark on Twitter. I looked at his Twitter earlier today, and he hasn't changed his status as far as what it says he is. He's still the chairman of Sony Interactive, and he basically has just retweeted a few things that other game developers have put out there. So he's still been silent on the thing, and it's kind of a weird situation. Have you guys heard anything else about this?
I was listening to another podcast, and when they
How
talked about
dare
the story,
you?
my bad. Sorry, it was my
There's
coworker
other
had it.
podcasts? What?
He was
My
just
coworker
listening
had
it
it
too
out loud,
loud.
and-
What
yeah.
a jerk.
But
Tell
no,
him
but
CAG or nothing in this office.
then break his phone. You piece of crap.
Moose made me do it.
Like what? Nothing.
So
Listen,
what did
CAG.
this podcast you hear say, Cabo?
They mentioned how in the sentence they go, we wish him success in the future endeavors, and they were kind of like saying how that may be leading, saying that he may have something already set,
Right.
like he may be doing something else shortly after he's leaving Sony. But he's been there for I think 30
Since
years.
87, I think is what I read.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he started out way down the chain and has been, you know, he climbed the corporate ladder at Sony, and now he is abruptly gone, and nobody's saying anything about it.
Sounds like gardening leave, doesn't it? It's
Right.
He has already made the move, as you've just said, Cobbo, and
Yeah.
they've literally put him out to pasture.
But
and
they've got to have some sort of non-compete, right?
maybe he's going elsewhere. That's not
Yeah, maybe it's not games related.
exactly.
That could be true.
So my next question is, when's Phil Spencer leaving?
I hope never.
Because it's first Reggie. Now
I know, right?
Sean.
The big three is now the big guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, God.
God.
So
Yeah, it's that was definitely something else. Like
Yeah.
when Reggie left, like announced his retirement, like it was.
everybody
big
was super
news.
happy for him, and they bought him
Yeah.
cars and all sorts of cool stuff. And now they're just like, "See you, Sean. Don't let the door hit you in the butt on the way out."
Peace.
So I don't know. I'm sure this isn't the last we've heard of this story.
No.
So that concludes the Sony corner of our podcast this week. Also in the news, the developers that made Mario and Luigi RPG have filed for bankruptcy in Japan. Cabo, did you play any of these games?
Nope.
Okay. Well, Alpha Dream, best known for Mario and Luigi RPG series, filed for bankruptcy. Reasons they stated were low sales and development costs being too high. They started on the Game Boy Advance with the first Mario and Luigi RPG, and the last installment was in 2016 on the 3DS. So they had quite a good run, but it looks like that run has come to an end.
Yeah, I remember comments, and they said like the last two were just really bad
Okay.
launches. So I think those two.
Yeah.
I
Make
hope
better
those two
games
weren't
and
the
they'll
big
sell
effect.
better, right?
Yeah, and I also think because I believe their next. I think the next idea was still going to be a 3DS game.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I'm wondering if that's also another like, okay, this isn't working.
They not know about the shovelware at the eShop? Because I'm sure it'd fine over there, right?
Yeah, I never did any of that stuff, like the homebrew kits, so kind of do now, just so I can start playing a lot of stuff on the 3DS, because half these games are expensive still.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. That's Nintendo, you know. They're proud of their stuff, and they don't like to put it on sale.
Yeah, true.
So, anybody fans of Resident Evil in here?
I am.
Okay.
Don't mind Resident Evil.
If you like Monster Hunter World also, which is, RPG Central for you, Cabo, Leon and Claire are joining the Monster Hunter World crew. That's the next DLC installment is going to be a Resident Evil style installment. So you'll be able to play as, I think it's just the skins of these characters, but you'll be able to play as Leon and Claire, some special missions. I think they've zombified some of the monsters, and the quest giver has a skin on it as well from the game. So look forward to that if you're into Resident Evil or Monster Hunter World. I think that's coming out in November. Beginning in November is the next expansion. So got not too long to wait.
No.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's a quick hit for sure. This one you might be interested in, Chocolate. The FIFA 20 data leak. Heard about it?
I heard something, but I didn't take too much notice.
Okay, well, listen up. So FIFA Global Series tournament registration. Did you do that?
No.
Okay. So if anybody registered for one of these global tournaments, your information may have been leaked. So basically what happened is when people would go, there should be a blank form to fill out your information, and previous users' information was being saved to those blank forms. So they would just show up already filled out with previous users' information on them. So as soon as that came to light, EA blocked everything, fixed it, and reopened the portals. And they say things are safe now. So don't worry. Your information is safe, I guess.
Yeah. I'm wondering what's that from, because I haven't seen any registrations unless they're talking about the guys who compete.
I want to say it's part of the Ultimate Team stuff.
Yeah, I think it is part of the Ultimate Team, and I've got a feeling it is all part of the actual kind of the esports scene.
Right, yeah,
so if
the
you're part of
online
the
Ultimate Team tournaments, all that stuff.
Yes.
Right.
I
I don't know if anybody in our community is real big in that, are they?
I haven't seen. I know Sweeney signed up for something last year. I think I signed up for something last year as well, actually, but I can't remember how it was done. But yeah, the guy. I'm trying to just read it now. Yeah, I think it's some of the esports competitors.
Oh, well, that's good for them to have all their personal information out there.
Yeah, their email address and stuff. That's nice.
Oh well, just EA being EA, right? They try
Well,
so hard to screw up.
Listen, guys, buy our pack or your information is out.
Yeah, they're just holding people's information ransom now for FIFA points.
Yeah,
That's a new tactic to loot boxes.
yeah. Go. Watch out, FIFA 21.
Yeah, right. So let's move on. Unfortunately, I've got some news. John J. Kirby, I know you guys don't know who that is, but that's who Kirby the Dream Puff, or whatever he is, that's who he was named after. He was a longtime Nintendo attorney who famously defended them in the Donkey Kong suit. So he died last week at 79, and the Kirby character was named after him in the 1992 Kirby's Adventure, I believe, as a tribute, as a thank you to him. And they also bought him a sailboat named Donkey Kong. So, fun fact.
Thank you for defending us, and here's a sailboat.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
And in the last little tidbit here, Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming to PC. So on November 5th of this year, you'll be able to play it. And pre-orders start when this podcast releases on Tuesday. So, or actually on Wednesday, I apologize. So you can pre-order on the actual Rockstar launcher on the 10th. If you want to pre-order on the Steam website, you got to wait a little longer. Also, Rockstar's offering gold bars as well as other in-game currency and items to incentivize you to buy from the Rockstar launcher. But they also did something tricky where it's going to launch on Rockstar's launcher like a month ahead of the other launchers. So there's really no reason why you would play it anywhere else if you're looking to play Red Dead Redemption 2. So that's a new one in LauncherGate. Play here first, and then everybody else can play it later in about a month.
I think that's what it's all going to come down to, isn't it? So
yeah, it's going to be release dates, and you get this pack if you play with us. You get this pack if you know.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we get that now at the
Right.
moment, don't we? With EA Access, 10-hour trials here, there, and everywhere. So it'll be the same thing across PC launchers.
So yeah, that's about it for news out this week. Short and sweet. Unless you guys got something else you want to share.
Nope.
Cool.
No.
Chocolate. Let's get into games out this week then.
Right. Let's crucify some of these names.
Oh boy.
So
I got you, buddy.
this is a doozy, right? So Indivisible is out. Was that right?
That's perfect.
Yes. All platforms, the 8th of October. So this is an action role-playing game platformer.
It's
That is a mouthful and a half.
It's a little bit weird. Like it's like all the movement in the game is all platform based, but then once you get into combat, it busts out and it works as like the RPG turn-based combat. Is what I got from the trailer.
Yeah, it's. I've watched all the trailers and I've forgotten all about them.
Good. I've got a good memory, Bear. We can go over it together.
Cobbo, have you seen this one?
No, I this is the first time I heard about this game.
Yeah, it actually I thought it might be kind of right up your alley, Cobbs. So check it out.
Yeah. There's that one and another game coming up that I think is up your alley as well.
Yeah,
Right.
and I took that one off here, I believe.
Yeah. So next one is Yuka and Laylee, and that's coming out on the Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo, and that's on the 8th of October.
Yep.
And again, that's a platformer.
And it's
A very-
ukulele, just like the
Ukulele.
instrument. You know, like Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah.
It's another. It's like the continuation of that series. Ukulele.
Ukulele.
Yeah,
Well, you just blew his mind.
I think I might
Yeah.
have.
Well, I thought
I can
I
hear
thought I said
the
it.
dots connecting. Yeah, but
can,
you
can
said.
you hear all the money dropping? I'm like, oh my god! Right.
So yeah,
Anyway,
it's
so
a
that's a
3D
platformer.
platformer, right?
Yeah.
And it's an homage to Banjo Kazooie, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's
From
just a
what I've-
continuation of the story.
Okay. So next one, Trine 4, The Nightmare Prince, and that's on all platforms, and that's the 8th of October. And this yellow writing has now become a complete and utter mistake. It's a side-scrolling action platformer puzzle game. So that's kind of, again, another one with all the genres in it. I'm trying
Yeah.
to think of Trine. This
It
one
looks
looks
really
quite
beautiful. Yeah, I think all these games look good, and I haven't dived in yet, but I think I might. Once like Trine 1 is on sale for like $10 or something, I'll start there and work my
good.
way
Start
back.
there and go through.
Yeah, because these look like really good games, and I just have never heard of them before.
No, I mean they've come out of nowhere. This one is possibly out of the few my favourite, Concrete Genie, and that's coming out on the PlayStation.
Yeah, this game
and
looks
that's on
really
the
cool.
9th. Yeah, 9th of October, and this one's an action adventure game. This looks beautiful.
Right.
And the only thing I can describe it as the storyline is you're a boy that gets picked on, hasn't got any friends, so you have to make your own friends by drawing them.
Yeah. You know what it reminds
then-
me of, Bear?
Go on.
It reminds me of Epic Mickey. Did you ever play that game on the Wii where you use
No.
the paintbrush basically as your tool?
Okay. No, never touched it.
So this is more of an urban, gritty, street graffiti Epic Mickey in my eyes.
Right. Okay. That yeah, that kind of makes sense. The game looks really good.
Right.
It's got the color palette to it. It's got
Yeah.
an Ori vibe
Exactly.
to it.
It's super vivid and it uses blacks and shadows and, contrast to make all those colors
Yeah.
pop too. So I'll definitely be checking it out. If they put this on the PlayStation, that PlayStation service, it might be worth $10 just to check out this game.
Cool. Right, moving up to the next game I'm going to murder. Valorous?
I think it's Valferris, but you were really
Valferris?
close. Yeah.
That's the one. So this is a game I think Cobbo will like. This is on the PlayStation 4 and the Switch, and this is coming out on the 10th of October. And this is a 2D action platformer.
It's heavy metal based too, so just
Yeah.
be ready for that.
Cobbo's looking at it now going,
Yeah.
I don't
Jim,
like
I'm-
this.
Yeah,
What are you talking
it,
about?
It looks pretty
I'm googling
cool.
it right now.
Yeah, it looks really cool actually. Like it gives me like 2D platformer that Jack Black game. What is it?
Oh,
Pick of Destiny. No.
Oh my
Was it Pick of
god,
Destiny?
what is it now?
No.
It's not. It's Brutal Legend.
Yeah, Brutal Legend.
Legend.
It gives me kind of those feels, but it's a 2D platformer.
Yeah,
So-
I was thinking that Blazing Chrome
Yeah,
was the other one that
exactly.
it kind of. It's got that comparison to. It looks.
It's
it
over the
looks-
top. It's loud.
Oh.
It looks cool.
Yeah, if you don't like heavy metal, don't touch this game or turn the sound down.
Right.
But it's crazy. The next one is Killer Queen Black, and that's coming out on the Switch, and that's on the 11th of October. And this one is a real-time strategy platform game
Right, and it's a multiplayer game.
and a multiplayer game. I couldn't remember what this one.
So there's been,
Was
I
at
guess, there's
all.
like a big cult following for this game on the PC, and it's got some hustle and bustle behind it, or some buzz behind it as far as the release date.
I think it's because it goes back into the arcade days.
Right? Yeah, exactly. It's a classic, one of like the first multiplayer. Everybody on the screen jumping from platform to platform, trying to take each other out type game.
That reminds me, like news-wise, I don't know if this was this week that we found out or last week, but like the whole House of the Dead coming to the
Oh
Switch.
yeah, that is this week actually. It's they're releasing the first two. Thanks for reminding me, Cobb. House of the Dead
yeah.
game. Sega is re-releasing them on, I think, all the platforms, aren't they?
I think I only saw Switch.
Okay.
That's all I've seen it from, but that was just coming from Nintendo news sites.
Yeah,
So
I used to have that game from Japan on my Dreamcast with the light gun. It was amazing.
that's awesome. I remember I used to go to my friend's house and he had House of the Dead 2 on the Dreamcast also, and the CD just would not work no matter what. And I've tried and I'm like, can we try it again? Can we try it again? I love this game. And then down the road on the first gen Xbox, House of the Dead 3 came in,
Right.
and it had like the guns that I got, and it came with House of the Dead 2 like along with it. So I just played the mess out of that. So I'm pumped to play these games again.
Yeah, I think when I went to college, my Dreamcast was exclusively a light gun game or console, and then I played everything else on my Xbox. So I just bought, because my mom went to China during the Dreamcast heydays and bought every bootleg game there was. So I had a collection, and I wish I knew where any of that crap was now.
Probably sold it.
Oh, I'm sure my college roommate sold it. I was not in my room very much. I went back to like get my stuff out of my room because I lived in my frat house the second semester, and he had given my TV away to the cleaning lady. So I was like,
Hang on, wait, you had a cleaning lady?
well, no, like they had people come in and clean the dorms, like because
Okay.
we had suites, and so they would come in and clean the bathrooms and stuff. And so, yeah, he just gave it to her at the end of the year, and I was like, there was a TV in here. She's like, oh yeah, Mr. Parker gave it to me. I was like, that's not his TV. I need that back.
Oh dear.
So,
Oh, dear.
gotta love people you don't choose to live with.
Right, let's get this back on the road. Lastly, Grid is coming out on the Xbox and the PlayStation on the 11th of October, and this is a rally racing car game. I'll slide past it. Not interested.
Yeah, not for you.
Yeah, no, definitely not. If you like your racing, pick it up. No problem.
Yeah, I barely even play Forza.
Right.
So
Yeah, we'll be stuck on, still the entrance level of Forza.
I'm right there with you.
the tutorial.
Yeah, I'm still in
stuck
tutorial.
right there.
You
Still
guys
snowing
should just
outside.
Uber
What's
everywhere
going?
in Forza from now on.
Oh, it's still snowing for you? I think it's still fall for me.
Oh,
Jesus.
I think it is snowing. I haven't touched it. Right, so there are some new additions to Game Pass
Yes,
which are
there
coming
are.
out this week. On the 10th of October, both of them. World War Z. That's right, World War Z, which came out, I want to say, the beginning of the year.
Yeah, I think it
at
was
some
like in the
point.
first quarter for sure.
Yeah, so I'm super pumped this is coming out.
It looks
Can't
really
wait
good.
to try it.
Yeah.
So I've heard it's good fun, but I think the longevity of the game wears slightly thin. So for Game Pass, this is perfect, So looking forward to that. And Ukulele,
Nailed it.
boom, is coming out as well, so you can try that on Xbox Game Pass.
Perfect.
Talking of which, that's what my Patreon. articles about.
Oh, the new Game Pass. So check
Yeah.
those out. He'll give you a brief, synopsis of all the games in Game Pass?
So I talk about sales, and then I let you know what you need to do to look after yourself for games and sales.
Can you write me something about how I need to look after myself, like in life in general?
Yes, I can.
Chocolate Bear's life hacks?
Life hacks. Just look in the mirror every day and say you're worth it. And then press play on your phone, and hopefully you should have them. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Oh, all right. Maybe,
That's what I do.
Like you just hope?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm lost, Bear. Let's move on.
Back to you.
Oh, well, it looks like that we are out of new games out this week, which means that's it, right? That's the end of the show. We made it another show without Risky.
We did. Do you guys like the show without Risky, or
Yeah.
should we bring him back next week?
Let us know, because we could get rid of him.
just say the word.
Yeah. Just be our editor and our producer.
Yeah. We need someone to edit, so we'll keep him on just in the background.
Yeah, right. You know we love you, Risky. So he'll be back next week, and most likely it'll be the full crew. So look for us then. But until then, please rate us on iTunes. That helps us out quite a bit to get up the charts on the podcasting charts. If you want to keep up with us on all the day-to-day basis, come hang out on Discord. We're all there, and we'd love for you to be there too. Discord is definitely the place to follow all things cross-Atlantic gaming.
That's where the cool kids stay.
That's where some of them are. If you'd like to support the show and with your hard-earned money, head on over to patreon.com/CAGpodcast. Shout out to our top-tier contributor, Chaotic. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate you. There's new content weekly up there, so go check out Patreon. We're always posting articles, videos, all sorts of fun stuff there, so check it out. If you'd like to stay up to date with Cross Atlantic Gaming, make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram @CAGpodcast. Any questions or comments, concerns, you can reach out to us at cagpodcast@gmail.com. Also, can enter questions for our monthly mailbag that way, as well as on Discord. So that'll close us out for another week. Until next week, thanks for tuning into this week's episode of Cross Atlantic Gaming. We'll catch you guys next week for an all-new episode. See ya.
Take care.
See ya.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 72 of Cross Atlantic Gaming. I'm your host, Moose, this week, and joining me is my co-host, Chocolate. Also
Hello.
joining us... Oh, go ahead,
Son of
sorry. Let's redo that.
Let's restart that one.
Just trying to mow through this shit. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome. God damn it. All right, Cabo, shut up. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 72 of Cross Atlantic Gaming. I'm your host, Moose, and joining me this week is my co-host, Chocolate Bear.
Hello.
And joining us also is our rotating community What the is wrong with me? All right, take 26.
And action.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 72 of Cross Atlantic Gaming. Me, dude. All right.
I'm your hepatitis C. That sounded like.
Exactly.